You are now tuned in to VAR Sports Media on a huge, active, pretty wild NFL week here in mid-October. We've had three big trades go down today that we're going to talk about here on this thing. Some more and more developments. Easy segue here at the beginning because, god damn, man, all the Jets had to do was just get that damn Robert Saleh out of there and all of their problems would be solved, right? It was all good. And then they promptly go out and get over 100 yards and penalties and lose the fucking game. Aaron Rodgers throwing a game-sealing interception. But today, maybe there is a light at the end of the tunnel because the biggest trade that went down today, the New York Jets completing a trade with I almost said Oakland Raiders, with the Las Vegas Raiders to acquire Davante Adams for a third-round pick, a conditional second-round pick, but the conditions on that second to make it a second round are fucking not happening in my opinion because he has to be, I believe, all pro. And I think he's going to be a real good addition, but I don't know about all pro. Tay, your Jets getting Robert Saleh out of there looked possibly worse, and then acquiring Davante Adams. What this is a soap opera for these boys this year, man. God damn, The Jets. Up, down, all around. Up and down and round and round. It's like a fucking 2007 50 Cent release. What are your
amusement park?
Yeah. Up and down and round and round. Talked all that shit about Ja Rule, and then he's in those videos all greased up and shit. Anyways.
Honestly, I think the trade would benefit them a lot. It's just beefing up the offense because the offense has been sluggish. Like if you look at the names that they have now, like you would expect more. Like the run game has been non-existent. It returned yesterday, but just in general, like the whole season, run game hasn't really been there. Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers have got it going as of recent, but at the beginning of the season, I don't know. Just as a whole, no one really. The offense didn't click. Allen Lazard is your wide receiver one. Like you gotta do something about that. That there's a problem there. So they went out and they got Davante Adams. Mike Williams has been underwhelming.
He might be headed out of town.
Yeah, I
hope he was on a fucking lease because shit.
Yeah, that's true.
You fucked that up at the end of the game, and then they acquired Davante Adams.
Yeah, they feel like that'll help the offense out, and I think it will help the offense. Like they could. Who couldn't use Davante Adams? But
the Las Vegas Raiders apparently.
Yeah, that's true.
It's interesting to me to know. I wonder what the deal was behind the scenes there because for what they got back from him for him, god damn, they were ready to get him the fuck out of there.
Yeah. So free up some money and whatnot. I understand. Because what's the point? Like, why have Davante Adams?
Yeah. And he also, seemed to agree. He said, I don't want to go out like this. I don't want the end of my prime to be doing this.
Exactly.
So we asked last week. We're going to ask again. As the New York Jets turn, we still going to the Super Bowl, Tay?
Oh yeah, that if they get 9 losses, then we'll have a conversation. Until then, I'm all in. So they're gonna have to get 9 losses. I'm never
now more than ever, huh?
Yeah, they're gonna have to have 9 losses. Once they get 9 losses, then I'm done. They're not gonna make the playoffs. But until then, I'm still rocking with the Jets. I'm not switching.
Apollo, thoughts on our biggest trade of the day? Davante Adams headed to the Jets.
I think that the tea leaves were there, and a lot of reports were hinting at Davante going to the Jets anyway. I mean, I guess it made the most sense. Now, from I look at this in a few different ways. From the perspective of Davante Adams, while he is, I guess, still in his prime, maybe the middle of his prime, I'd say. I can understand. I can understand him wanting to be with, someone, someone that can get him the ball on a consistent basis. The problem that I have with Davante Adams is it actually kind of stems from his time in Green Bay. Um, I feel that, you know, I feel that he made a few mistakes during his free agency tenure. I think he's been trying to follow his buddies too much, and that's all well and good, to be with your college teammate or one of your best professional friends, but I mean, this ain't all sunshine and rainbows, man. This is business. And to be honest, I think that by him being so dependent on being with his quote unquote boys, it's kind of stunning his success in some way. Um, and to be honest, I feel like being with the Chiefs or the Bills would have been the better move for him, or somebody on that level, or somebody that's actually going to contend or have hopes of contending. Which the Jets, I'm sorry, the Jets do not have those in sight for me.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask next. Trajectory of the Jets. Does this change how you feel about them?
No, I think what happens is they'll definitely be scarier. As far as like from an opposing defense, like you got to account for now. You have to account for a real alpha in Davante. But I think the Jets' issues lie into the trenches. That offensive line. I mean, look, they got Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith was supposed to be protecting Aaron Rodgers' blind side. It was supposed to be a set it and forget it. But yesterday, I mean, he looked terrible. and the penalties that you guys said too. But I don't think this really changes their trajectory other than maybe one or two more wins. That could mean a lot in a tight race, but I don't think that they're going to win the division anyway. So I really don't say this does much.
True. What about you, man? Davante Adams to the Jets, Tays Jets. They're firing people. They're getting 100 yards of penalties. They're trading for Davante Adams.
I mean, let's be honest. We were all kind of on the fence about the Jets going into the season. I think the Davante Adams things is something that's kind of been like lingering because we knew he wasn't going to stay in Las Vegas. But to me, I don't think this trade really does a whole lot in terms of like making them too much better. Like obviously, it gives them a number one to throw the ball to that Aaron Rodgers is familiar with. I think they're doing a lot to make Aaron Rodgers happy, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers in terms of his arm power and how he looks.
When is Aaron Rodgers going to start doing things to make them happy?
And I think that's also the thing. It's like Aaron Rodgers wanted to go somewhere. I guess he wanted to be a little bit of a diva, a little bit, and kind of get more power. And he flexed it. You got rid of the coach. You brought in your guy, your receiver that you wanted to work with. But I think the problem to me is so far. And I'll quote Cam, our guy Seahawk. His exact words earlier today to me were, "This is too little, too late." And I think if the Jets maybe had started the season with Davante Adams, maybe they do win this game against the Bills. It wasn't a blowout. It was a close game. So maybe they win that Bills game. Maybe they win, one of the other games that they took a L in. So maybe, maybe they can get, I think like Apollo said, another win or two. But for me, I don't think it moves the needle that much for them. I appreciate Tay's confidence in his team and and wanting them to win. I mean, I guess the saving grace is that you're also in a division with the Dolphins and the Patriots. I guess that's the saving grace for them here. You're in a you're in a division where if you get hot, you can compete for a wild card spot. I don't know if you're going to overtake the Bills because the Bills just made a move
Although
themselves.
shout to Drake May, 3 touchdowns. Yet
Yeah, that was a
another
great performance. Can't front on it.
Rookie quarterback coming right in and looking all right. Even though I'm told this quarterbacking is so down in the NFL. We just got 4 fucking rookies, all fucking performing well-ish, depending on which one you're talking about. The other big trades, which one you just referred to, Amari Cooper going to the Buffalo Bills. I guess the Keon Coleman experiment ended with that drop in the bucket that old Josh Allen laid on him in that game Monday night that he couldn't bring in. Amari Cooper, probably we had some interesting commentary about that player. I've always liked Amari Cooper and the ferocity that he brings to the field. What's your thoughts, man?
Well, I really like Amari Cooper as a player, as far as his talent and his skills. I still think, as far as like of the wide receivers that I've seen, he's amongst the tops of like route running. But I think we gotta say this. He quits. I've seen him quit. I mean, he quit on the Raiders. That's why John Gruden traded him. He quit towards the end on the Cowboys. I mean, especially with the splits that he had alone. I mean, I just think he's really mercurial. And now I don't blame him for quitting in Cleveland, but it's just like, what can you do with that terrible situation? But I don't know, like for a player that was so highly touted and was so much skill, I feel he's a little too moody and mercurial. And he can, like, if he doesn't see an advantage or see, I guess, the team, I guess, trying, or if he doesn't see the team, I guess, maybe winning like that, or if he doesn't get his way, I just see his body language completely change. And your history is the best barometer for some of the moves you're going to make in the future. So that's just what I see from him. As great as he is, and as much as this will help the Bills, let's be honest, they just got rid of a moody wide receiver. Yes, wide receivers are divas, yeah. But there's levels to it. Some more than others. Amari Cooper is one of the quietest guys, But
Tay, what do you think, man? Buffalo Bills, Amari Cooper. This was one of the main knocks that we had on the Bills coming into the season, and to me, it's pretty damn well solved. They might be climbing back up the danger rankings here. What do you think?
Yeah, I honestly, they look good to me without Amari Cooper. I think this is just a plus. Like, I think they were fine because I think their quarterback is talented enough to kind of play with whoever's out there, whoever's available. But yeah, I mean, getting Amari Cooper does make you better. I don't know, it just didn't work out in Cleveland. Like, you didn't really see too many Amari Cooper big games with Deshaun Watson. You didn't really see anyone have a big game with Deshaun Watson. Like,
you could just say that for the Browns in general. It just didn't really work out in Cleveland.
Yeah. Like when Joe Flacco was playing, Deshaun Watson Amari Cooper got the ball so much. Like, he looked so effective. Like, oh man, he still got it. But I don't know. Like with Deshaun Watson, he
shouts out. Speaking of which, small segue. Fucking elite Joe Flacco, man. He was. You know who has the the longest streak? The longest streak of 2 touchdown games in the NFL currently. Joe Flacco.
Put respect on Super Bowl MVP's name.
There we go. Anyways, so the third of the Cam Akers to the Vikings. I guess this Aaron Jones thing, I guess they're not super impressed anymore. Or maybe they just want to put a switch up. I've always liked Cam Akers as a player. I thought wasn't he pretty effective just a couple of weeks ago? I guess they got good faith in Joe Mixon's health going forward. Interesting addition. Just more firepower to put around old ticking time bomb Sam Darnold. What do you think of their true Cam Akers to the Vikings?
I mean, it's a good move. You know, you're not really losing anything. For the Vikings, you're adding another, weapon to put out there and hand the ball to. But I mean, I don't think that really takes them up a notch. I like this Aaron Jones thing that they got going on. I don't know when because people who will watch this will also see your rankings for week 7. So you had the Vikings pretty low compared to everybody else. So I'm wondering when the other
because
shoe's
I
gonna
watched the
drop.
games. I'm
Wondering when the other shoe's gonna
it
drop
helps.
here.
You know, it helps you when you make your rankings to watch the games.
So
that's where I get caught up watching the games.
I think, like I said, I think the Vikings, the other shoes are going to drop at some point, and you're going to see them be who kind of we thought they were. And like Sam Darnold, I don't really have a lot of faith in him.
It ain't them. It's Sam Darnold. He cannot fucking wait to start doing Sam Darnold things again. He already does them. He's just getting away with them. The rest of the team is fucking legit. Brian Flores,
I'll put it like
defense.
If he continues to get away with it for the rest of this season, then we got an interesting conversation. But the thing is, the Vikings, you are in the wild west, really of the NFL right now. So you need as many.
NFC
you need
North
as much.
Is ridiculous.
It's insane. So you need as many pieces as possible if you're going to seriously make a run at it, and especially if you're really going to be dependent on your running backs. If you're getting closer to playoff time and you want to lock down, you're going to depend on those running backs. So you need a Cam Akers, you need an Aaron Jones, you need them to show up. You need Jettas to go out there and clean up the mess that Sam Darnold could obviously get him in. So it's just, I think it's a good move. I just don't know how much more it really, I mean, they're undefeated still, right? So I mean, what more really could you really say about the Vikings at this point? Like, what more could you add to what they're already doing? So, I mean, we'll see. I'm really anxious in this matchup they got coming up this week. That's the telltales.
Brian Flores got that fucking defense cooking. Shout out, man, to a guy who I've been talking about for many years. Old Van Ginkel, man. That dude turns up every fucking where that Brian Flores turns up. And everywhere that Brian Flores turns up, Andrew Van Ginkel is doing crazy shit on plays. There's a reason that everywhere Flores goes, that guy pops up. Flores likes him. Flores knows his shit. He's there for a reason. And that is showing out again. Lee Harvey, the 3 big trades: Davante Adams to the Jets, Amari Cooper to the Bills, Cam Akers to the Vikings. Which one has caught your eye?
Amari Cooper to the Bills, because
tell us why.
Yeah, they finally got that number 1 receiver. Allen spreading the ball around, has no turnovers, no fumbles, no interceptions. But now that they made that move to get Cooper, is he going to get back to forcing the ball to one guy, or is he going to keep spreading it around? That's what I'm keeping an eye on for Amari to the Bills going forward.
But you like it. You think this solidifies them as the favorite in that division?
For sure. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All righty. What stood out to you fellers this weekend? I think I know which one Apollo's going to go with. I will just have to say that and we'll get to this on the looking forward segment when I'll talk about the 49ers. But other than that, man, every snap of that Detroit Dallas game was like just the most delicious ice cream sundae that I've ever had. I'm just taking bite after bite. There's this Mexican joint by me. They have a chorizo quesadilla, and it is like, you know how like in Moby Dick when the dude, he saw the eye of the whale and he's like, I feel like God does not mean for mortal people to see this, what I'm seeing right now. That's how I feel eating that quesadilla, and that's how fucking enjoyable it was watching the Detroit Lions absolutely whip the fucking shit out of the Dallas Cowboys, out there doing trick plays, doing disrespectful shit, dancing all over their asses. It was fucking amazing. Apollo, I posted a funny picture in the group chat the other day. Old Lamar Jackson, he had to tell Jaden Daniels, keep grinding, little guy, get your weight up.
Yeah. Battle of the Beltway. That was a damn good game. I'll say this. From both sides, like I don't believe in moral victories and
Moral
stuff
victories,
like that.
yeah.
But I mean, if there ever was one, to be a Commanders fan or to be the Commanders players, you got to come away saying, we're almost there. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're Super Bowl bound or nothing like that, but
the Eagles won, and the Commanders look fucking better than them.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, I got some work for those. I got some work for them too here in a minute, but you keep going.
I'm gonna give. First of all, I'm gonna give the praise to the Ravens for winning a good game, a tough game. Now, I'll say this: they led. I mean, basically the whole game, and they actually led by more, like earlier in the game. But Jaden Daniels just kept, chipping away. Not just him, but the Commanders in general. But I mean, Lamar played a real good game. He is. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's up there in MVP talks, like especially early MVP favorites. I'm sure he is. I mean, it was a really good performance. Now I'll get to Jaden Daniels. I was high on the kid coming into the draft. I felt that he was hot at the right time in college, and it was like his skill set showed, like maybe he could be a Lamar-esque or Deshaun Watson when he was good type of guy. Anthony Richardson hopes to be, a type of player. But he's really not a runner like that. Like he can run the football, of course. Like he can run, but he's a pocket passer. But he's really accurate, And the kid was really impressive. He was excellent, especially those passes to Terry McLaurin. I mean, let's give McLaurin credit, Eric. I know you said it real good in the chat the other day. Like, I mean, that guy's always there. He's dependable,
Yep.
And
he's like, what I said in the chat was very few players have made me more money than Terry McLaurin, because somehow, some fucking way, he is always available in the 5th or 6th round of your fantasy team, and he is a fucking automatic.
Yep.
Fucking 90 for 1,100 every fucking year. I don't understand how it keeps happening. I don't. Maybe it's because they just haven't had that much publicity. Terry McLaurin is a craftsman, a fucking craftsman. He's a bad boy, man.
Yep. But yeah, man. So, like I said, the Commanders, they should feel good coming out of this. The Ravens should definitely feel good coming out of this. The Derrick Henry experiment is winning. It's looking excellent so far.
Jesus fucking Christ. Speaking of fantasy football, I played against 3 separate teams that had both Derrick Henry and Chris Godwin this weekend. How the fuck is that even possible? God damn it.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah.
That boy Godwin, man. They went off. Yeah.
Tay, what's it feel like to be the fan of a team that's going to win the NFC East? Because the Giants are the Giants. Dallas, I don't know what that is. That is in a death spiral down there. Because we had questions if Dallas was going to be good before the season, and now they're out here getting their ass whooped. And then you got the Eagles. Then you got the Eagles. You got a coach whooping at the home fans, his own fucking fans, after they struggled to beat the worst team in the league after a fucking bye week. I don't want to see nothing out of no Philadelphia Eagles fucking Twitter accounts ever talking about, oh, that's nasty work. What your coach was doing on Sunday is the messiah of nasty work. That is the nastiest work. Bring back shame. Y'all are hurtling towards disaster over there. You are woofing at fans after struggling to beat sexual predator Deshaun Watson and the fucking Browns. Holy shit. Oh my God.
His press conference was the precursor.
And then you brought the kid out at the end. Oh no. God damn it. Holy shit. Speaking of Deshaun Watson and the Browns, real quick, because we have to drop a fun historical fact every fucking week for them. They are 0 for the last 26 third downs. Speaking of things that should not be mathematically possible, how do you fucking not even how do you not get a penalty on one or something? Yes, Apollo, what's up?
He's so bad that I forgot how he was when he was good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, was that what was that? Was that a mirage? Like, I don't remember those times. Like, he's been bad forever. Like, what, 2 years?
We talked about it. Yeah, we've talked about another. It's unprecedented. There's multiple things about that situation that are unprecedented.
Yes.
That dude, according to all the advanced stats, had a top 3 of all time quarterback season. Didn't play for 2 years. And now he shouldn't even be in the league.
Like, oh my God. We've never seen this on this level.
And there's nothing that they can do. 3 years. Guaranteed, fully guaranteed. $170 million cap hit if they cut him.
Man.
Must be the money.
It's
rip that damn shit.
Because they send the fucking Stefanski out there to tap dance in front of the fucking media and word salad his way through another week of why Deshaun Watson is starting. But like, this can't last forever. They can't do it for 3 years.
Blink twice, Kevin Stefanski.
He's gonna get fucking fired because of this.
We'll send help.
A 2-time coach of the year, by the way.
Yeah.
By the way, 2-time coach of the year.
God.
They're doing that man a disservice.
Fuck.
Cut bait, eat the money, and get draft picks or get whatever the fuck you can, or just cut his ass outright.
That's another part of it that's crazy. They got no draft picks.
Yeah, I mean,
because they had to give up a ton of draft picks to get him.
Trade more than
Amari Cooper. The money and God bless it.
Trade Myles Garrett.
That's what they're gonna have to do. Tay, Commanders. What are your thoughts after that game, man?
Defense sucks. That was pretty much what I took. You know, like, we got a defensive minded head coach, and defense sucks. I hate that. I don't know, man. We just need to go heavy on defense in the draft. Like, we need a corner. We don't have a corner. We don't have a pass rusher. Like, I don't know. Like, those premier positions on defense, we need that. That's how you compete with the upper echelon of the league. We don't have that at all whatsoever. So that was my takeaway from the game. Like, yeah, the offense was solid. You could say we played a good game, whatever. We lost, but the defense just sucks. Like, I don't know. The
Did you watch
defense,
the game?
yeah.
So
Watch the whole
did you
game.
like the part where commentary was talking about how John Harbaugh was a top 5 all time?
Oh yeah, I hate that. I hate that.
I was thinking of you.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, some people like CEO head coaches. That's just not my thing at all. I don't know. I just can't get with it. But yeah, the Commanders, they played a good game. You know, they look like they belong on the same field. You know, because like last year, I feel like Commanders would have gotten blown out. You know, so that was definitely refreshing. I wanted to win bad, but I don't know. The Ravens were just too much. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for what's to come for the Commanders, though.
Drew, what stood out to you this NFL weekend?
Well, I was really excited to watch that Ravens Commanders game. I thought it was a really good game. Obviously, I did not watch the Broncos game this week. Obviously, had no reason to watch that. But the thing that stood out the most to me this week, and I think you mentioned it already, it was the Cowboys versus the Lions, and it was like when you watch a movie. Hey, you know what? It's like Joe Pesci, right? When Joe Pesci's walking into the room and he goes, "Oh, pow," and he gets popped. Like that, it's that satisfaction of knowing what's about to happen to this team. And as I watched, I said, "Well, the Lions are going to win." I knew that. I just didn't know how they were going to win. And to watch them lose in such a way, it made my day. Honestly, it made my day. It was the most exciting part of this football weekend for me. Anytime the Cowboys take a loss, and not even just a loss, getting thrashed, getting whooped, getting stomped out, it's beautiful. Football Sunday should always be this way. Should always.
Every snap. I watched every snap.
Loved it. I mean, like the Sam Laporta touchdown, just, I mean, come on, man. Like everything, I mean, Montgomery is out there just barreling through them guys. Like I love it. I love it. Anytime the Cowboys take an L, the world smiles. And that's what I want every single football Sunday. And if they're playing on a Thursday or Monday, I want that too. I don't want the Cowboys to win another game this year. They will, I'm sure.
And
but I
it
don't
was
want
on
it to happen.
Jerry Jones's birthday.
Fuck that.
Fucking A, man. Golly.
It's gonna send that man down under.
Whew.
Good.
Happy birthday, bitch. Lee Harvey, what stood out to you this NFL weekend?
Yeah, I'll just add on to that ass whooping in Dallas. You, Eric, you mentioned the offensive lineman and getting involved in the third and fourth quarter. David Montgomery, you see one of his celebrations. It was the Disney Channel thing.
Yeah. Wand, yeah, the magic wand. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like they were having all kinds of fun. Like Ben Johnson showed his whole creativity on full display. But you know what's real wild? That looked like a close game at the beginning until Dak threw that pick in the end zone to Branch, and then everything just went to hell. And you know, it's the aftermath is Jerry Jones threatening to fire people. I don't know if y'all saw that.
I did not
He's
see
getting,
that.
he's getting snippy. He's getting snippy with reporters.
The only fire that he needs to be worried about is the fires of hell that's going to be burning him up more sooner than later. They keep getting their ass whooped like this. They were pulling little kids out of the crowd at the end of the game.
They were.
They were pulling Make-A-Wish kids out of the crowd to score touchdowns on the fucking Cowboys. Fucking. Get little Johnny out there.
That was my takeaway. Just the aftermath. It feels like the Cowboys are a day away from posting an apology statement for what just happened on Sunday. But,
They
yeah.
should apologize for that ass whooping they got. They should absolutely apologize for that. Apologize to their whole fan base. That's ridiculous.
Shit. Good Lord. All right. Well, we'll we're in the what you looking forward to section. I cannot fucking believe. I don't know where this is coming from. Where the Niners are kind of turning into like the new Green Bay Packers, where they just get all this credit from the fucking media for no fucking reason. I don't like. We win one game and now we're 1.5 point favorites against the Chiefs. The fucking Chiefs. Let me tell you something. The Chiefs are like the opposite world version of the 49ers. 49ers got a top 3 roster with bottom 3
y'all
fucking
up, bro.
results. Yeah.
They setting y'all up
With bottom 3 results. The Niners got all this talent and do fuck all with it and go out there and do sloppy, stupid shit. The Chiefs got the best quarterback, got the best pass rusher, got the best coach, got a good offensive line, got a decent defense, the best defensive coordinator. And that's all they need. Getting it done every week. On the other hand, the Niners got all pros all over the fucking place and can't stop losing to the worst teams in the fucking league. People were happy, and I am somewhat happy because I watched the collapse start to happen again, and then they turned it around and pushed it off. But it should never even have fucking been that against the Seahawks, because the Seahawks fucking suck. Just like the Rams suck, just like the Cardinals suck. So I don't know. All the Seahawks did was out 49er the 49ers because the Seahawks were doing a bunch of stupid, crazy shit that fucked that game up for them. The 49ers couldn't wait to hand them that fucking game other than Brock Purdy. So, I don't understand this. I don't understand where the 1.5 favorites is coming from. I don't understand any of this out of them. But maybe this is what the Niners need to lock in, playing another team they feel is as dangerous. I don't fucking know. What I do know is the Rams are fucking terrible. The Cardinals are fucking terrible. The Seahawks are fucking terrible. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for the Niners to not sweep this division going on the rest of the way and win. There's no fucking excuse. It's disgusting. It was even as much of a struggle as it already fucking was. I don't understand. It's probably going to be a miserable fucking experience on Sunday. What have you? Real quick, because Tay, you're a PFF subscriber, so I'm sure you know the answer to this. You know who PFF's number 1 quarterback is?
No, I haven't looked.
Brock Purdy.
I mean, he been playing. He been lights out. Hasn't really made a mistake, so I'm not surprised at all.
What are you looking forward to this weekend in the NFL there, Tate?
Definitely looking forward to Commanders win against the Panthers. That was guaranteed. That's the first time I've said that in about maybe like 10 years. It's been a long time. You guaranteeing a win. But yeah,
after that game, is it time to get Bryce Young back in there? What are we doing here?
Yeah, after the bye week, just wait till the bye week.
Yeah,
yeah. So whenever that is, if that's week 12, whatever, I think they should just wait to the bye week. But yeah, I definitely like I said, Commanders over the Panthers. And Lions Vikings too. This is the game right here. And the Vikings are favorites, by the way. So this is the game right here. This is this is the Vikings' time to really prove themselves. Because there
you go, double underdog. I mean, goddamn, that's a generational opportunity. Everybody, you get both the fucking Chiefs and the fucking Lions on underdog spreads.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely a good game as well. And then I'm also gonna be watching something we didn't talk about. Jets and Steelers. Justin Fields and Russell Wilson situation.
Yeah, it looks like Russell Wilson's about to step into that role. Yeah. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't like that either.
I mean,
Yes,
y'all are winning games. I don't.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, they want to
I,
see what they got. They want to see how far they can take it. See
there's
if
a
they
rumor.
do have an upgrade at quarterback just sitting on the bench. So I mean, I get it. I do understand what they're doing.
There's a rumor that Mike Tomlin might just be like just saying that shit to kind of toy with the opponent, like coach speak type of stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it'd be a mistake. Like, let the kid start, man. Like, you, I mean, y'all won a game. Y'all winning games. Like, chill out. All that back and forth and all that switching quarterbacks in and out. I mean, that hasn't really been good. It hasn't really proved
Yeah,
successful.
because if you go to Russ and the shit don't work out,
You didn't kind of messed up Justin Fields' psyche if you go back to him because
yeah,
it's like
it's gonna be fucking weird trying to go back.
yeah,
And y'all are
like,
having a decent season.
whatever.
What are you looking forward to this weekend, there, Apollo?
So we already kind of briefly talked about it. Lions and Vikings. This should be a good one. I haven't seen the spreads, but is this like the over and unders? Is this going to be a high scoring game? Probably. I mean, I'm
I
assuming.
mean, I would think so. They both got high flying offenses.
Yeah. So I mean, it should be a good one. It kind of sucks though with the loss of Aiden Hutchinson on Detroit side though. But
Yeah, man. Shout out to him.
so we'll see how that works out. Also, the Ravens and Buccaneers. I mean, we didn't really talk about how the Buccaneers clobbered. Who was it? Who they beat last week? The Saints.
Saints.
Yeah. So they're hot right now, and the Ravens are hot. That should be a really good game. We'll see. And also, I don't know, with the weather, we'll see how the conditions are with the stadium and stuff like that. I mean, it might be a lot of running. It might be a lot of Derrick Henry. A lot of Lamar Jackson runs. We'll see. And of course, the Chiefs and Niners, the Super Bowl rematch.
Oh yeah,
I
can't
mean
wait.
that's gonna be a good one. I mean, to be honest, I think the Chiefs are going to win. The 49ers, while they are a good team, I still think there is something said about having like a Super Bowl hangover, especially if you're the losing team. Look at the
Well, if
Eagles.
you've watched the 49ers game this weekend, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it's not really being said enough, but that Christian McCaffrey mystery that has really been a black cloud over that team. I mean, do you feel that way? I mean, do you feel that there's something weird going on with that?
I do.
Not particularly. I feel like there's something weird going on with the team in general, but I don't think it's Jordan Mason's done a great job. He fumbles every week, and I brought that up before the season. But yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, nevertheless, that should be a good game.
Lee, what are you looking forward to coming up Sunday?
Paul already touched on it, but yeah, my game to look forward to is Ravens Bucks.
Okay.
Yeah, Tampa just came off scoring 51 against the Saints,
Yeah, that
and
was a fun game. It's a Radler. I'm excited.
right, it was fun until they just shut him down in the second half.
Until it wasn't.
Also, Lamar Jackson is like 20-1 or 21-1 against the NFC in his career.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see if he can keep that momentum going against Tampa. And Derrick Henry is just leading at all the NFL and everything: carries, rushing yards, touchdowns. And to think he was a free agent and no one touched him until Baltimore was like, "Hey, we'll take you."
Damn, yeah. Dallas Cowboys certainly couldn't use him right now.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
True. What are you looking forward to this weekend?
Ravens and Bucks. That's the one for me.
Yeah.
Chris Godwin is looking. Hey man, he looking like he the number one. Right now out there in Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? Mike Evans is still out there, but Mike Evans ain't. You know what I'm saying? Chris Godwin's looking like number one right now, and Ravens are riding high.
5 catches every game.
Yeah, I mean,
At least.
Like I said, I like what the Ravens are doing. This Derrick Henry thing. I was a big Derrick Henry fan when he was, playing for the Titans, but it's nice to get to see him play, with Lamar and kind of see how they kind of run things together. And it just sucks because that this team should be 5-1, and so I think that put a chip on their shoulder starting the season 0-2, especially when you knew you were better than the Raiders because the Raiders obviously suck. And then you come back with 4 straight wins, and you're building momentum. Derrick Henry looks great. My only concern is if the Ravens get out to a hot start, holding on to that lead. Still got my concerns with that. But I mean, especially against the Bucks, and they got a solid offense. So I think that's something to be concerned about. But other than that, I think it's gonna be a really fun game, really good game, and I'm also looking forward to Vikings and Lions. I'm looking forward to the Chiefs and the 49ers too. I obviously think the Chiefs are going to win that, especially coming off a bye week. But I don't know. I don't see. I see it being an exciting game, a fun game. Who's
exciting and fun. I'll be having all the fun.
Look, damn it. All right. You sit there and watch your damn team, and you enjoy Jordan Mason and his two fumbles that are coming, and you yeah, you enjoy that. Damn it! Look, like I said, the Chiefs are not this all world team that's been slashing and dashing everybody. They've been escaping in these games. This could be the game where they get caught. We don't know. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, but I think it's gonna be an exciting game. I think it's gonna be a back and forth game. I mean, you just talked about who's the PFF number one quarterback, and he's going.
Number one offense, number one DVOA offense.
I mean, come on now. So that's gonna be an offensive game, a good game. I don't. If the 49ers can somehow take away, some of the. I mean, the Chiefs don't. The Chiefs don't look great right now. They look passable, and I think that's where you can catch them slipping. They just survive. They know how to survive. Their championship experience, having Mahomes at the helm, it goes a long way. But I think that's going to be one of the best games of this week. Vikings and Lions. I'm going to go with the Lions on that, though, because I feel like the Lions, nothing makes you feel better than whooping the Cowboys' ass. So you can take that into your next game. And like you said, like we were talking about, the Vikings, they look good. They look good at moments. But there's moments where they've been real close. And so I think the Lions, division game, I think the Lions got it. I like what the Lions have been doing. So I'm going to go with that. But those are the 3 games that stick out to me. There's a couple other games that I saw that kind of glance at. I think when y'all mentioned Jets and the Steelers, that could be a much more interesting game now with the new additions to the Jets, and also guys said the Russell Wilson and Justin Fields situation. I'm not really a fan of. I think Russell Wilson could retire and just go home to Sierra and be fine, but clearly he still wants to play football. You know what I'm saying? I mean, honestly, I would like to go home to Sierra. So I think if we want to trade off and keep playing, I go home to Sierra and we good. It's cool, but like Justin Fields is obviously leading that team, and they like him there. They like him there. You know what I'm saying? So he got a lot of flack in Chicago, but he's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing out there. So I'm also interested to see. I guess another thing I'm kind of waiting to see in this NFC North races is how the Bears. How the Bears fare going forward, because I like what I'm seeing from the team, so I'm real anxious to see what they got going on. But yeah, those are the games. I think this is gonna be a really fun week. I think this past week was really fun for me because, like I said, the Cowboys got destroyed, so that was fun. But I just think this week is going to be a really fun week. I think even certain games. I know Taya said the Panthers and Commanders. I think he said Commanders should get an easy win. I'm not so sure. I think they'll win, but I think the Panthers might surprise. You get my guy out there, and you got Deontay. You know what I'm saying out there. So the Panthers got a little something, not a lot, but they got a little something. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good week. It better be.
A lot of solid teams. While we're on the subject of teams, tell us all about this team album, Apollo True, that y'all got out right now.
Well, myself and Apollo, time is of the essence. It's available right now on YouTube Music and I think Apple as well. Should be up on Spotify again. We had to do a quick edit, and as it goes with editing your albums, you have to take it down and put it back up. So did a quick edit. That's should be out everywhere by the time maybe people hear this everywhere. Time is of the essence. I know Apollo got some other stuff coming too. I know obviously I got SR6 on November 11th, but we got, like I said, before the Revival 2 is out, BS2 is out. We got the Ultimate Edition. BS2 Ultimate Edition is out. We just got a lot of music, man. We got a lot of music dropping. More coming. Obviously, the Medium site today is on fire. That is on fire right now. Shout out to Scotland. There's Jada Parker article. I dropped 2 articles today too as well. So make sure y'all check those out. We are currently on pace right now to double what we did last month on the Medium site. We were gonna surpass it already. Now we're on pace to double it. It's the middle of the month, and we're almost at what we did last month. So just keep growing and growing. Loving it.
Hey, October will be a solid month. It'll be even more solid if the 49ers can somehow get their lives together and be the team that they can be.
Yeah,
get this
maybe.
done. Get this done against the Chiefs. Maybe this will be the beginning of the turnaround. As you can hear, college football shows coming out later. Me and True dropped a Weekend Wrestling. It's doing good numbers. A lot of good insight into all of the things that have happened in wrestling the last couple of weeks. It's up on the YouTube page right now. Like you said, the Medium site. Tons of awesome articles going up. What more could you ask for than a fantastic writer with a fantastic subject? Poetic Scotland, Jada Parker. Oh my fucking goodness. Both people whose work I love very much. Between all that, as you can see, man, it is more clear than ever. The world of DAR never stops.